to running her business. 6 weeks had been a long time away from it. Lucky for her, she had finished her last order in time for the bride's Christmas wedding. But she couldn't help wondering how many new orders she might have missed out on while on jury duty. The bailiff entered and said, "The judge has called the court back in session for the reading of the verdict. We're ready to escort you there." Like everyone else in the room, Margo stood. She was ready for the verdict to be read. It was only after this that she could get her life back. "Foreman, has the jury reached a verdict?" the judge asked. "Yes, we have, Your Honor." The courtroom was quiet as the verdict was read. "We, the jury, find Murphy Erickson guilty of murder." Suddenly, Erickson bowled over and laughed. He actually laughed. And it was the kind of laugh that made the hairs on the necks of everyone in attendance stand up. The outburst prompted the judge to hit his gavel several times. "Order in the courtroom. Counselor, quiet the defendant or he will be found in contempt of court." "I don't give a damn about any contempt," Erickson snarled loudly. "You," he said, pointing a finger at the judge, "along with everyone else in this courtroom, you have just signed your own death warrant. As long as I remain locked up, someone in here will die every 72 hours. Erickson threatened at the top of his voice, while looking around at the members of the jury, the prosecutors, the clerk reporter, the defense attorneys, media, and all others in the courtroom. It was as if his gaze didn't miss a single individual. Pandemonium broke out. The judge continued to pound his gavel, trying to restore order. Police officers rushed forward to subdue Erickson and haul him away. But even then, the sound of his threats could still be heard. Margo glanced around and saw everyone was just as stunned as she. She breathed in deeply, trying to control her racing heart. The judge finally established order in the courtroom and began thanking the members of the jury for their public service. His words were lost on Margo. Erickson's threats were echoing too loudly in her ears. Chapter 1. Lamar Stryker Jennings walked into the hospital room, stopped, and then frowned. What the hell is he doing working from bed? I asked myself the same thing when I got his call for us to come here, Stryker's friend Quasar Patterson said, sitting lazily in a chair with his long legs stretched out in front of him. And you might as well take a seat like he told us to do, another friend, Stonewall Corson, suggested, while pointing to an empty chair. Evidently, it will take more than a bullet to slow down Roland. Roland Summers, CEO of Summers Security Firm, lay in the hospital bed, staring at them. Had it been just last week that the man had been fighting for his life after foiling an attempted carjacking? You still look like shit, Roland. Shouldn't you be trying to get some rest instead of calling a meeting? Stryker asked, sliding his tall frame into the chair. He didn't like seeing Roland this way. They'd been friends a long time, and he couldn't ever recall the man being sick, not even with a cold. Well, at least he was alive. That damn bullet could have taken him out, and Stryker didn't want to think about that. You guys have been keeping up with the news, Roland asked in a strained voice, interrupting Stryker's thoughts. We're aware of what's going on, if that's what you want to know, Stonewall answered. Nobody took Murphy Erickson's threat seriously. Roland made an attempt to nod his head. And now? And now people are panicking. Phones at the office have been ringing off the hook. I'm sure every protective security service in town is booked solid. Everyone in the courtroom that day is either in hiding or seeking protection, and with good reason, Quasar piped in to say. The judge, clerk reporter, and bailiff are all dead. All three were gunned down within 72 hours of each other. The FBI is working closely with local law enforcement, and they figure it's the work of the same assassin, Stryker added. I heard they anticipate he'll go after someone on the jury next.